Cool.
Oh,
All part
well,
of my master
cool.
plan.
I've always wanted to be the guest.
This is
This is the
that
AWA
The
Cast.
that would have
AwA
been
Cast.
that would have
AWA.
been a great almost April Fools where you just switch it and someone else is just a
We have
host.
to
Just
play. We have to play it completely straight that I'm a guest star. I've never been on the show before.
Okay, we can do this. We can do this. Okay, everybody ready? Breathe in, breathe out,
Okay.
and hello and welcome everybody to the AwA Cast, where A and Y and Ambris do furry things. And yeah, to our 171st episode, I believe. I'm not sure if I'm counting correctly. For the first time with us is Cosmic Keyframe. Is this correct?
Yes, it is. Hi, I'm glad to
Wonderful.
be on.
Yeah, Keyframe, we are super glad to have you, but since you are basically completely unknown, especially among the audience of this show, could you please tell
Yeah.
us who you are, what you do, and why people should care?
Sure. Hi, I'm Cosmic Keyframe, also known as Chrissy. I'm an official V-list celebrity in the internet
Oh
world.
my.
I do I do live streaming sometimes in a blue moon when the planets align with Pluto. I do a video. I also edit and animate for DA games. Little channel, 1.3 million subs. No big deal. And yeah, I've been to conventions and stuff. Came here through Ambris. So yeah.
Cool, cool.
yeah, this must
How
be this
long
must
are
be
we doing this bit?
this
Because
must be
I could do this the entire time.
this could be this is such a this must be a huge honor for you. Like last I heard, you know, you're like my biggest fan. You're obsessed
Oh
with my
yeah,
work. Yeah.
totally. I totally simp for your art, not for you, but for your art, definitely.
I mean, who wouldn't?
But I mean, I
On
think
a
I go.
completely unrelated note, since we are talking about your art, Ambris, do you want to refresh our audience as well who you are, what you do, and why they should care? Just
I
because every 170 episodes we should do that.
yeah, I draw furries. I draw furries. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Great.
Yeah.
I
What
draw
about
furry.
what
I draw
about
furry.
you?
I draw furries about 95% furry girls. So
It's true.
that's how it goes.
I,
I
I,
I'm I don't I never feel quite sure what to define myself as beyond just being a sort of a furry artist because I want to do web comics, but I also want to do like a bunch of other things. I do a lot of pinups, but that's also just kind of good lucrative money, and but I don't necessarily want to be defined as that. So I'm just a general artist who mostly does furry art.
I mean,
Yeah.
talking about webcomic, you have. I recall then the first few times you were on the show that you just showed sketches of the characters and whatnot. And by now, your webcomic is out and on its ninth page. So
Yeah,
stuff is
I'm
coming.
posting. I'm going to be posting the 10th page later today.
Oh
I'm
my!
very close to finishing it. So I man, I like I it's this comic. I started this comic about a year ago, which is like a huge deal for me. The fact that I've actually consistently uploaded for. I wish I had done more than one page almost a month. There was a couple periods there where I was getting like 2 pages a month, which is pretty good for an individual artist. But around the holidays, I just completely lost the rhythm of it. I wish I had at least gotten 12 pages done in March. But I'm multitasking a bunch of different things and trying to get into the right rhythm. I hope to be uploading. I have a new workflow, and I really hope to be doing comic pages every 2 weeks now. So
Nice.
uh, 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 you know, so far so good, and that's a good thing because I have a story I want to tell. If I want 1,000 words, just for the record, it's a furry web comic, very rom-com type plot. So yeah, no, nothing too adventurous. Just
I
just
knew we would finally get a furry version of the Notebook. It's about time. The world is ready for it.
yeah,
Also,
I know.
since you mentioned that you do so many pinups, I believe except for Rowan, who is one of the characters in your
Hmm.
webcomic, My persona is probably the male persona, the male character you have drawn the most after Rowan. Could this be the case?
Might be the case. Yeah, it's hard. I
Thanks
have
to
I
me.
I mean, starting with this beauty here.
oh man, my camera does not capture that dab.
No.
I just look like I'm
You just look bashful.
I just look bashful. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, should I play? How far can I scroll down without getting banned on
I
Twitch
would
again?
rather you don't scroll down.
This-
There's
this-
Twitch is very
It's art.
they're prudes.
They're prudes.
Ah.
They've banned people for drawing pinups on stream.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, man. I try to walk a very thin line because so much social media is just constantly becoming more hostile to NSFW artists. And I don't even consider myself an NSFW artist, but it's also, a good place to make money, so it's, I try to walk this very thin line between, I'm exclusively neither, but man, it's first Tumblr, then Twitter was almost looking like they were going to go the same route as Tumblr. Discord, suddenly NSFW servers, they don't like those.
iOS.
Well, only
because
for iOS.
It's fucking Apple.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to be talkative today, but God, that shit is just because like they want to fucking sanitize the internet or make
Somehow.
because people have it like babysit their kids. It's like fight the real enemy of fucking alt-right groups and
parents.
fake headlines than someone sees a fucking booby. Like Jesus H Christ. Like come on.
God forbid.
Also, sad thing that America has such a strong grip on all the biggest social media because they are located in America. If there would be stronger European social media, we wouldn't have this problem. Imagine a social media page of the size of Facebook or Twitter being actually run by a French company. Oh la la!
All naked, no one shaved. It be just the Wild West.
I mean, France is Western Europe, so this actually fits.
The Wild West of Europe.
Yeah.
French cowboy. Cowboy. Yeehaw, s'il vous plaît.
Spaghetti Western is a real term, so many of those.
Spaghetti's Italian, you idiot.
I know, but Italy is right next to France, so
well, you do know why Spaghetti Western is called Spaghetti Western, right?
Yeah, because they recorded like so many of those in Italy where it was cheap.
Most Western stars are just Italians, so.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
Well, it's also most Native Americans that you see from like the 40s to the 70s are all Italian guys.
Wow, that's so weird.
The crying Indian in the pollution thing is an Italian man, and that's my favorite fact that I know.
Wow.
But yeah, Ambris, have you had anything going on recently? Fighting any dragons?
I wish. I wish I want to fight a dragon. But more than fighting a dragon, I want to date a dragon. But that's a whole nother story.
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't want to?
Especially since this a dragon made anime.
Oh yeah, they're coming up with a new season of that. But last week or last 2 weeks, close to 2 weeks, I got my shot. I got my vaccine shot, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Good for you,
like,
good for you.
It's like, thank God, I am so ready to. Yeah, I am so ready to go back to never leaving my house.
Are you ready to lick doorknobs again, as God intended?
Yes, I don't. Oh man, I just see those doorknobs, and they're just so shiny, and I just want to lick them. Everyone knows that feeling, right?
Just the aged flavor of rust with the the hint of people's finger sweat. It's just it's like a wine preserved, better with age.
You broke me. I couldn't maintain that bit when you did that description.
Oh, no one can maintain that bit because every time someone gets a vaccine that I know, I tell them now you can go lick doorknobs, and I get a varying reaction of hell yeah to what's wrong with you. And
Yeah.
But yeah,
Amazing.
which vaccine did you get? Like,
Oh,
out
yeah.
I
of
got the
curiosity.
I got the Johnson and Johnson. With the, you know,
Oh,
when,
lucky
when I
you! Before it fucking went away.
yeah, well, you know,
But
it was like 2 weeks ago. I made an appointment, and the thing was is that online the appointment was assuming I was going to get the Moderna. Like that was the only thing that they had online. But when I actually got to the pharmacy, they said, you know, we have everything. Which one do you want? And I asked for a quick outline of what they all do. And the Johnson and Johnson was, you know, it's a one and done shot. You don't have to come back
oh, it
again.
is a
And I'm
one
like,
and done. Okay. Because I was
yeah,
about to
and
say if they just took it off out of rotation, how do you get your second one? But okay, if it's only one
No,
shot,
the
then
Johnson and
even
Johnson one
better.
is the one known for being the one-shot one, but they paused it because 6 women between the ages of like 18 and 40 all got blood clots, and they're trying to see if that was an immune system reaction.
it's a
But
big
yeah,
question. You know, I think it's probably just it's a batch problem. You know, that specific batch maybe had a problem, maybe, or it might have just been a freak coincidence. There's also, you know, the thing is that a bunch of it also happened at the same time as a bunch of people were going to the hospital for perfectly expected side effects of having a mild fever, you know, and just being big babies about it, you know,
I
and having
mean,
to go to
I
the
mean, there's also the argument because of that age group. People in that age group often use birth control, and birth control can have reactions to things. Like one of the
uh,
some side effects of birth control includes thinning or thickening of blood, depending on the birth control you get. It's a lot of stuff. I don't blame them pausing it.
oh,
I mean, I would imagine that maybe that should not be the vaccine that is given to young to middle-aged women. That I agree with.
that
yeah.
makes sense. Although I'll tell you what, you know, I'll tell you what. When I was first hearing about it, I'm a hypochondriac, so the last thing I need to hear is, you know, oh, people with the Johnson vaccine are getting blood clots. Oh, and I'm like, am I gonna die? Pretty much like I think I have a slight twingy feeling in my index finger. Oh no, I'm gonna die. It's just, that's me basically.
Oh my.
So yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that used to be me. Now I have a routine of telling myself to calm the heck down, you know, because I'm being, you know, overreacting. But yeah, I am a natural of hypochondriac. So
But
this
yeah,
whole
you
this
got
whole
your
year has been
vaccine.
delightful for me. I'm sure you can imagine.
Hmm.
Oh, very much so. But yeah, you got your vaccine. Anything else?
Um, what else have I done lately? You guys,
It's perfectly fine if there was nothing else that happened.
yeah, there's not a whole lot else that's happened. You'll say, well, that's the most notable thing that happened in the last few weeks is I got my vaccine.
But it's a good one.
I also started
Hooray.
playing a lot starting to play a game, a pen and paper, a tabletop game called City of Mist. It's, you know, like D&D but different,
I've
and
heard of that.
yeah, it's really cool. I love it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna talk about it for my thing later or not. I don't. That's kind of like the next most thing I've done a lot of. I cannot keep this camera straight. What the heck?
Cool.
Yeah. Just want to
But
say
yeah,
you kept getting smaller and
you kept
smaller over
sinking.
there.
I have
You were going
terrible
to the other
posture.
side.
I have terrible posture. I just sit
You're an
and then I just
artist, of
sink
course you
and
do.
sink and sink and sink, and then suddenly I'm a chair gremlin.
Of
Hey,
course
Hey.
you. Hey, it's our new guest, the chair gremlin. Hey,
Hey.
chair gremlin.
I eat chairs.
It's like a
Fitting
fucking
voice
character
to
from
it, too.
Hilda. Like, this is the bit cast apparently.
The Bitcast.
Oh.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it.
I was just like, what does his voice remind me of? And draw fees, draw detectives. Hey, the camera got me talking like that. Yeah, that's weird.
I was just trying to do a Danny DeVito, but like higher
Oh.
pitch.
Maybe
Yeah, you saw Danny.
maybe that character was inspired by him too. But
Anytime I
But,
do a gremlin or a goblin, I just turn to Danny DeVito, which is really mean to him.
Yeah, because he's a delightful man.
He's a great person.
He
Yeah.
offers you eggs in trying times. But Max, did you have anything happen this week besides furniture and all that kind of stuff?
I mean,
'Cause-
I had some fun adventures going on with quick tests for Rona, because in Germany you're currently not allowed to enter non-essential stores without a negative test result. Thankfully, found a test station very close to home where you can either go with an appointment within 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes walking distance, and then it's like going through, getting the thing in the nose.
Was it the one that goes up your nose or the one
Yeah,
you
of course.
swab in your
No,
mouth?
the nose one.
I did
Yay!
that.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
that.
Time to unlearn math.
Yes. But yeah, then also, so yeah, this was quite fun. So I did it on Monday. Like, okay, let's do the test thing.
Wait a minute.
What is?
Why did you change the picture to Davik Sonic?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. What picture change are you
Look,
referring to?
Sonic is always relevant.
I don't see any picture changes anywhere.
Are you proud of yourself?
I'm fascinated how long it took for you to notice.
Because I was looking over at my media to find like a relevant video in the YouTube channel.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, so you got your negative COVID test.
Yeah, and actually, so I tested out on Monday, and in the afternoon, Denim went also there, did this thing, and from there went on a little shopping adventure. Everything went fine. She was able to get into a tool store for garden equipment because we have a little garden now, and to IKEA. So on Thursday we were like, okay, we want to go back to IKEA, get some more stuff. So we went there through the freezing cold. Wind was blowing, and I was already kind of powering down from a long day at work, and I was just like, you're cold. Next to me, this Coloradian, like, oh, a little bit of wind doesn't bother me. Then we reached IKEA.
Yeah, don't be a baby.
Excuse me, it was a very manly and stoic whimpering in the cold. I'll let you know.
Manliest baby.
I was the manliest baby in this direct
Wow,
vicinity. Wow, indeed. But yeah, so we reached IKEA, and there was this kind of bouncer guy, like, okay, and I'm like already downloading an app because they also want to have some tracking app in combination, and then it's like, yeah, but first things first, I need to see the negative thing. And I'm like, no problem, here's my phone, here's my negative thing. This is from the 13th, yes. It's the 15th, yes. Same day only, no! So we walked all the way there for nothing.
Oh.
So you need to get a new one every time you want to go shopping. So I completely wasted mine on Monday. Then it was just lucky to use it on the same day. And when we on Thursday got there together, we literally had to turn.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. This entire COVID thing is the perfect thing of I'm not mad, but I'm disappointed in the I totally understand these measures. These measures make sense. Mm-hmm. I'm glad they're taken. God damn it if I can't be annoyed. Like, it's why it's like all the people. It's like all the people being like, there was a fucking comic I saw someone where all their friends are getting vaccines, but they haven't yet, and they're just keep texting, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you.
I keep seeing that. We all see that one SpongeBob meme where it's like Squidward looking out the window at Patrick.
All the people who have COVID vaccines.
Yeah, exactly. It was Squidward stuck behind the window, just looking forlornly out. It's like, yeah, that's how I was feeling those first few months when everybody was getting vaccines, and now
this is how
I'm on the
everyone
outside.
Who's not in America is feeling right now.
Oh no, yeah, I heard one of my Canadian friends were saying that Canada completely botched, the disbursement.
Because they don't have a factory there. All their stuff is imported for the vaccine. But yeah anyways, continuing on. You wasted IKEA.
Exactly. No, so this was just one fun experience, which anecdote, which can be summed up with I'm not angry, but it's still like. But I also had a pleasant experience this week. It was like I was close to tears from happiness, which I should probably not put this, given that you actually experienced this unironically, Keyframe, like being happiness close to tears.
Go ahead. This is a great lead-up for the duality of man.
I know. So my moment after, let me see. 7 years, for the first time in 7 years, I was able to have a relaxed, standing up shower in my own home again. This is like, ever since I moved to Berlin, I didn't have any bathtubs, but with no proper shower curtains. So I always had to do this like in the sitting in
Because
the
you're a
bathtub
tall
thing.
boy. It's not
am.
easy.
You had to become a shower gremlin.
I got to shower. Obviously, I got to shower in the gym, sometimes in the office, and when I visited my parents. But in my own home, I have not been able to have a nice, just stand-up, relaxed shower. But we now have a shower curtain, and today
I can bathe without possibly damaging my knees.
I know, right? No, but it actually, I came out of it and I was like, wow, it actually feels more good or better than it had any right to feel.
I get
I
that.
can 100% relate. Freaking
One of my houses when I lived in Indiana didn't have a shower, and I can't stand being in a bathtub for really long because I'm just like I'm not long by any means, but it's just like I don't get the people who can feel comfy in a normal bathtub. This doesn't, and also it just feels gross. It just feels gross to me after like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So I can appreciate a good shower.
Yeah. And it's so much faster and more efficient because once you're sitting down, you are in this mode, and you get into lost in thought and stuff like this. And
I mean, freaking for me, a hot shower is practically a divine experience. You know, it is the getting it just. But the thing is my
best
shower.
ideas come in the shower. Just saying. I can assure you that at least 2 of your favorite shows were thought up in a shower.
That's fair.
But yeah,
the shower it activates like the intellectual. The bathtub just brings out the child.
but yeah, I also want to have the audience guess who selected that shower curtain. Was it me or was it Denim?
Denim.
I mean, what's her persona? It's a crack. Oh yeah, Ambris knows because Ambris has drawn her Sona before.
I have
the purple kraken. With,
really? Okay.
Yeah, with the combined legs.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know that person had anything to do with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah, I can totally see who bought the shower curtain.
Yeah.
That's not a
Denim
shock.
here in the chat.
Okay, well, hi, Denim.
No one.
If there was at any point that was a clear connection, I am too dumb to notice that.
I'm pretty sure
fine.
she got to you through me or something.
Something like that. I don't know if they ever mentioned that, or if they.
Either way.
Either way,
yeah.
Those were the lowlights and highlights of my week, except of course for the one that I shared with Keyframe, but she probably want to talk about it herself.
I mean, you could talk about your parts if you want, or I guess you can just interject. I would like assistance with talking about this because I'm not great with my words today.
Oh
my. Hi guys, it's me, your boy.
Yeah, Keyframe was once again pimping all us out for charity, all her friends and colleagues.
Yeah, I'm so evil. Just. They are my hoes, and I am the pimp hitting them with my ring hand to raise money for a nonprofit. That sounds so bad because this is a nonprofit for children. So anyways, yeah, Saturday I really did not have anything else going on in my week besides going to the gym and pumping iron, you know, and prepping, lots of prepping. Too tired. Iron. Can I just say, I don't know how I did all-nighters in my early 20s. That past me had an energy that I do not have anymore.
Yeah.
I felt so dead by 3 a.m. and I was like, what happened?
What happened?
This used to be my golden hour. Like, what happened?
I 100% can relate.
But no, a switch just turns on when you reach your mid-20s. But no, Saturday was the first Angela's House stream of the year that I do, and I did 2 of them last year, one in September, one in December, where, you know, I got a bunch of friends together. I got Max, got like Saber Spark, and you know, the DA crew, different guests like Michael and all, you know, all that stuff. And we raise money for Angela's House, which is a nonprofit based in Long Island that is that helps medically fragile children, so children who need 24/7 care. And they have like 3 houses in Long Island, so their families and everything can stay with them and all that stuff. Insurance won't cover all this kind of stuff. And last year we raised in 2 streams $2.4 thousand, like $2,400, which is big, which is but yeah, we had a goal of 1,500 with this stream, and we raised over 2,000, which is like, what? Yeah. But yeah, we streamed Duck Game with Max, Sean, Chris, Will, and Lala and myself, because apparently they updated Duck Game to be up to 8 players.
Yep.
Let me say, Duck Game with 4 is chaos enough. Duck Game with 6 is chaos, especially when you have Lala, who's actually competent at the game.
Scandalous.
She's
never
terrifying.
Again. Yep, never again. Don't allow her in again for that game.
And it's so great because Will was getting mad because he couldn't win, but then he wins a round and he's like, I can do it. It's just, you poor boy. And then we did like Among Us with like a full group of 10. Oh my god. We had like my friend Joe, we had Saber Spark, we had Max, we had the DA crew, Lala, Inu, and Michael, and I felt like I was sitting at like a family Thanksgiving dinner with just the arguments that kept going back and forth, because no one could trust anyone, and we did the airship, which is already terrifying enough because of how fucking big it is. But let me say, I love the airship for imposter tag, because that... you don't know where anyone's coming from. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, and on
we
this
had
one...
We had one round, I think Michael was the imposter, and Max was just fucking goading him, like, come get me! Find me!
I even told him where I am. The problem is, this map is huge and he wasn't familiar with it, so he didn't know where I was.
Inu had a great moment where she was using one of those little dinky floaty things to float from one platform to another, and Michael was at the platform, and then she activated the platform to go away, so he just slowly saw her just yeet out of there. It was fun. It was fun. And we got a lot of people going hard for Saber in the chat, which was also lovely. Saber is a good boy. But yeah, and I think by like the end of Duck Game, we were already like $600 in.
You mean
like,
666?
Thank you, Max. Your contributions are great. But I can't even be mad because it's for the children. So your shit posting is for a good cause, which I can't be angry at, but man, I could be annoyed. But yeah, we were, then we moved on to Fall Guys. Max went to bed, nighty-night. And we had 2 groups. We had me, Chris, Saber, and Joe. And I think we passed 1,000, like, either right at the end of Among Us or right at the beginning of Fall Guys.
No, end of Among Us there was this entire thing with it. We were almost at 750, and the entire halfway there.
Yeah, and then, oh yeah,
you
and
were
then
whoring me out once again.
I was not okay. You make that sound bad.
We were at 745, and I was like, oh, we are almost halfway there. And Chrissy was like, okay, he starts singing, and you have to donate
People
for him
donate
to
to
stop.
make you stop.
Exactly.
No, and the thing was, I then added to it because I felt bad putting you on the spot. I told everyone to sing the only parts of Living on a Prayer that they knew out of time because of Discord delay, and then people donated to make it stop. And
Amazing.
and one of them was Joe, who was in the call themselves. Our little sock puppet boy. But Joe's great. I love Joe. But but yeah, I think like right at the beginning of Fall Guys, we got to 1,000, I think. And, you know, we were streaming, everything was good, everything was great. And then I looked over at the screen, and it was above 1,500. And Will, our good Willy boy, donated the remaining 500. Still pointing out, though, that the other 1,000 was just raised by everyone else, which is big to me. Like, it's not someone doing a pity donation, it's the fact that a majority is still donated. I have to explain that because I had one fucker being like, you only got there because Will donated. It's like, ha! Explain that to the other 1,500 we raised, buddy. Fuck you. But, yeah, Will donated 1,500. I started crying. And then, like, it just kept going up during Fall Guys. Like, it got to, like, 1,600 and then 1,700, and then we went to the sketching segment, and then we started making stretch goals because the goal, the thing that people got for raising 1,500 is in the summer I have to do a 24-hour Angela's House stream.
Whoa.
Whoopsie.
How is that a whoopsie? It was my active choice.
Yeah, but
Sometimes choices are mistakes.
Given how exhausted you were after the 8-hour stream yesterday, how are you going to survive?
It's 8.5 hours without any breaks. I'm going to schedule breaks during the 24-hour stream where I'm
no breaks.
Okay.
You are allowed to turn off the camera when you go to the bathroom, but you still need to stay in.
That sounds hardcore.
You know that line, like right there. You just pole vaulted over it. Like that's. But no. Yeah, the goal was 24 hours, so we did stretch goals for things to do in the 24-hour live stream. One of them is now I have to do a live script reading of Shark Tale during the 24-hour live stream.
Oh my god, that's gonna be wild.
That's gonna be great.
We still have Griffin the Griffin outstanding.
Yeah, but I feel like my audience is more than just pony people, Max.
That's true. But no, I just was reminded of, hey, live readings of horrible things.
Yes, but I had a bunch of people a bunch of my friends, when I told them, hey, this is going to be the stretch goal, fighting to be Martin Scorsese's pufferfish character. That's awesome. I mean, he is the best character in the movie, so like I don't deny that. I just kept making jokes to Lauren saying that Max and Lauren have to be the reggae jellyfish.
Oh my.
Oscar, did you kill that Shrek? And then the second stretch goal, which was hit, which I think was the 1900 stretch goal, was I have to do the Hot Ones challenge, which if you don't know what Hot Ones is, it's the fucking interview show where they eat progressively hotter wings, like the sauces are hotter, and they sell the Hot Ones set that goes up to the last dab. So now I'm gonna do that.
You are brave.
No,
I mean,
really.
I have a.
She can eat that. That's a mean
Oh
dog.
man,
I have a high spice tolerance, but I've heard people say that those hotter sauces are deadly.
Oh man, I'm I'm a mildly spiced wimp. I mean, I definitely like a bit of spicy, but you know, the
Max has witnessed me eat gratuitous amounts of spice.
Yeah.
that's hardcore. And that as well. I mean, pretty much like the medium Taco Bell sauce is kind of where my
Oh,
limit. Yeah, which is baby
that's
stuff.
just glorified ketchup. What's wrong with
That's
you?
kidding. I mean, I actually prefer the mild Taco Bell sauce. The medium is just what I can eat. The Diablo is too much for me, so I'm kind of a spice wimp. But
So
and yet I know people who are
There's no
more bigger.
flavor in that, and I'm not just saying that because I probably burned off the taste buds that
You
would taste
probably
that.
you probably did.
So, you see, this is my comfortable level of spice, the super hot sriracha sauce. Which
Jesus.
this is my comfort, like when I wanna have spicy. The green one, which is probably just regular hot, is the one that I actually can eat in big amounts. This is the one for when I feel spicy. This is the one that Keyframe uses.
Jesus. Great name.
Wasn't that the sauce that like destroyed your stomach for like 2 days?
Could be, yeah.
I am.
Say how many of the kribbelebubbleba it has.
The
No, it
Scoville
doesn't.
unit?
Yeah, it doesn't say so. Damn it.
But I mean,
Yeah.
that one's tasty. I put it on my pizza, man.
Oh man, that's hard.
I remember I was at his place and I started putting it on the super fucking hot sauce on my part of the pizza, and he's just staring at me like, you do know how hot that is, right? Yeah.
I mean, from this what's not what has been used out of it was all keyframe. I did some individual driplets for shenanigans, for fun, because that's what I have it for.
The majority
She
of that
eats
bottle
it as
used up is
spice.
me.
Yeah, she eats this as extra seasoning.
I have a question for you guys. Do you think, like, I'm always unsure about this whole business when it comes to spice things, but do you think you can like build up a spice tolerance
Yes.
over time if you
That's
have
the
enough of it?
whole. That's actually
Okay,
the scientific thing. The thing
I've heard a
who
lot
like
of
to eat
different
real-
explanations,
Yeah.
but
No,
you know,
the thing is, people who really like to eat spicy food, they lose the sense of the spice because their capsin, the thing that causes spice, is a poison. That's a defense mechanism that for some reason we
Yeah.
enjoy, and but that's the thing. If you
diminishing
eat spicy
returns.
food a lot, you need to have something spicier to sense it.
Yep.
It's kind of like people who become adrenaline junkies. They need that fix, and it needs to be bigger
Yeah.
and bigger and bigger,
Yeah.
and then you end up like David Carradine in his hotel room.
But that's the thing. I mean, there are also people who literally cannot properly process spicy. And I had a colleague like this. He literally his body reacted negative to any even smallest amount of spiciness. He was like sweating profusely when he literally couldn't process it. But if
Yeah,
you
well,
can, if you can,
I've
you
always
can.
been trying to, yeah, I've always been trying to figure out, like, you know, how much of it is like genetic. Like, do some people just have an inherent
Yes.
tolerance? You know how much?
Yes,
I guess it's all of those things.
I assume
Yeah.
that the Mediterranean Moorish blood that I have, believe it or not, I have it, probably is why I have a tolerance. Because Lord knows,
I know.
it didn't come from the Irish part.
Oh, I know. I'm embarrassed because I'm like half Mexican, but I have you know, pretty much a pretty mediocre, you know, spice tolerance. But I have been building it up. I've been eating a lot of. You guys ever heard of kimchi? Freaking, it's yeah. I freaking love kimchi. It's like my Korean food in general is like my new favorite thing. There's a Korean barbecue place, you know, nearby where I live, and I've been eating.
Awesome.
It's amazing, and I've been getting kimchi ramen there, you know, on a semi-regular basis. You know, ordering, you know, instant kimchi ramen, you know, and it's like infinitely better than any of the garbage we get here. You know, top ramen or noodle in a cup. That stuff is bland as hell. But I'm just saying that the first couple times I got kimchi ramen from this Korean barbecue place, it was like just at the edge of my spice tolerance. But nowadays I eat it and I'm like, oh, you know what? I eat it casually anymore. It doesn't bother me. Did I develop a tolerance, or do they make the spice weaker?
Nope.
You know, is basically what I was
They
wondering. So,
secretly just don't put spices in it. It's like, oh, it's that guy. Maybe weaken it up for him. Give him the baby version. Give him the kids meal.
So he feels good.
Yeah. But
Oh.
no, like just to
Angela's house.
finish off the spice
Yes.
point. That's why I felt so embarrassed when me and Max went to ramen the last time he was here.
Oh,
And the spice of the ramen is not what got to me. It's because a pepper went into the windpipe.
Oh,
And
no.
windpipes don't have spice tolerance, so I'm coughing and crying. And the guy's like, "Do you want some ice cream or something?" It's like, and it just makes me look like I'm someone who can't handle their spice. It's like, no, I can't breathe.
I've done that
Help!
before. I have
it's not
absolutely done
fun.
that before. That is the worst.
But yeah, to finish off the live stream, you know, we did like a sketch request thing. So if people donated $10, they got like a 5 to 10 minute sketch. A bunch of people donated all at once. So me and Max were talking about this before we went live. He was like, "How did you go on for that long? You sent me the message at like 1 a.m. my time." I was like, "Yeah, because everyone donated to $2,000 at once. I had to still draw all of them." He's like, "Oh."
yeah, that's why you were still up at wrapping up the stream at 7 my time, 6 hours later.
Man, I don't know how you could possibly do that. I get tired after like 2 or 3 hours of live streaming. I'm too much an introvert for this.
There's a reason why when I usually stream, I only stream for 2 hours. But
Oh,
no,
okay,
I mean,
fair enough.
I'm assuming it's the mix of, you know, I get to be around. These events are probably when I'm the most sociable ever, because most of the people who know me know I actively don't go to people's birthday calls or New Year's calls or anything, because I just don't like being around people. Not that I don't like them. It's just too much energy.
Oh yeah, I 100% relate.
Introvert.
But like
thing,
being an introvert is.
but you know, this is for a cause. I also have the entertainer personality turned on when the camera's on, quote unquote. And so the person that people see when I'm performing is a lot more energized version of myself. And you know, I'm around people, so that's stuff. There's the adrenaline that comes from gaming and seeing the number of the donations go up. It's just that something in me switches on, which makes me able to power through it. And yeah, but you know,
I always think of it as borrowing from later. Like, you know, you have a
it's
certain
a loan.
yeah, it's a loan where like you borrow your sociability from yourself in the future, and you know, you use it all up at once in a moment, and then after that you just need to decompress for like a day and a half of no
Yeah.
interaction.
which probably
you know?
brings us back to that we should try to do our media snappy today.
Yeah, but I just want
Yes.
to say, because people who are watching the show, a lot of them that I see in the chat were also there at the live stream. Some of them donated, and I just want to say, like, real talk, thank you. It's I don't know what to really say to encapsulate how amazing I feel. It also just kind of like out of body of just you know, when I make the joke I'm a V-list internet personality, that's you know, a joke based in truthful perception. So just the fact that I have, you know, the people I know that donate their time, you know, because it's Saturday, they could be doing literally anything else, to spend time and play games and raise money and hang out and all that stuff. And then a bunch of people coming together, especially during a time where, you know, some people are still in lockdowns or don't have the financial security that they had before because of jobs, bureaucracy, government, who knows. A little bit of all three. And raising money for something that is such a specific cause and all that, it's a lot to process at once, but it also like means the world to me. You know, I usually do these events around times where it involves like my dad, because tomorrow would be my dad's birthday. He would have been 66, 67. And I feel like raising that amount of money was a nice birthday gift to him. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without Max and Saber and Chris and Will and everyone that joined, or all the people that were so generous. So, thank you.
That's
Please, let's go to
fantastic.
media and be funny.
Media, exactly. Who wants to go first? Ambris, have you picked a media yet?
I picked something. I
Okay.
realized something that I haven't played in like a week or two. But let me. I'm gonna go ahead and just. I haven't watched this
Copy.
video, but
Okay.
I'm just gonna drop it into the thing. It is here
Do.
we go.
Bullets per minute? Oh,
Yes,
hell yeah.
bullets per minute. I've been I got that a couple
We've
weeks
been
ago.
trying to tell Will to play this game for ages.
This game is metal as heck. I freaking love it. So it's a think like, I don't know. It's a rhythm game, first person shooter. Think like oh god, what was it? What was the full name? Necro Dancer, but what was the full name? Crypt of the Necro Dancer, or
Crypt of the
Crypt of
Necro
them, yeah.
Dancer.
yeah, Crypt of the Necro. It's basically like the same concept as that, but a first person shooter instead of like a top down, RPG or whatever. So basically everything you do has to be done to the beat. Okay, not everything, but like shooting, reloading, jumping, dashing. Pretty much the only thing that you could do off beat is just moving around. But otherwise, you have to, and it's all done to this, badass metal soundtrack. It's just a rad as hell game. You play like Valkyries, I guess. Yeah, probably Valkyries because they all have like Nordic names.
Could be, yeah.
Fighting, hell, demonic entities or whatever, going through the various realms of. Oh my god, my Norse mythology! I'm forgetting it. I used to know all this shit.
Or the the Norden.
Well, you start in Valhalla, then go Valheim. It's like you're descending all the way down to Helheim to fight Midgard. Not Midgard. Midgard. No, not Midgardsormr. No, the Nidhogg. I used to be such a huge Norse mythology nerd. I can't believe I'm forgetting it all. Yeah, so it's just rad as hell. Freaking badass metal soundtrack. The gameplay is flawless. I devoured that game for like 2 weeks. Just did nothing but that for a while there. Didn't draw very much, so I'm sorry to my fans for that. But I was just playing the hell out of it for a while. It was just the raddest thing in the world. Then I got to the point where I'm trying to beat the game on the hardest difficulty, and I really hit a wall. And I'm like, you know what? I might need to stop here if I want to preserve my sanity. But I beat it on normal. I beat it on easy and hard modes with most of the characters. Because I did that like in a week or two, and it was just addictive as hell. Incredibly well, highly recommended. Do try it out. I think it's on sale. It was on sale recently. It might not be anymore.
Gives me it's like if you put Hardcore Henry, Doom, and fucking Super Hot in a blender, and then just put like somewhat like fucking Megadeth's album in it, and just go put it on the smoothie setting.
Yeah, it sounds about right. I swear one of the tracks reminds me, especially the intro to it, the music track, it reminds me of Doom's main theme. So I don't know if that's an intentional homage or it was a complete coincidence, but it totally got the same vibe. But I freaking love it. But so I won't take up too much time with media, but go play Bullets Per Minute. It's rad as hell.
Woo.
So,
what about you, Max?
What about me, indeed? What I want to talk about is today is a neat little Tumblr of all places. I know, right? Blast from
is
the
this
past.
the one you linked me?
Yes, it is. But why is it still not open? Open it!
It's like off.
So, there we go. Finally, it opened.
Isn't Tumblr great?
Oh yeah, it's the death of the page. So what this guy does is, like, on a more or less daily basis, I have the feeling there is a new one there every day or every other day or whatever. Entire comic strip. Like he does mostly Star Versus and Owl House and an Owl House AU. So it's
he fixed Star Versus.
Yeah, let me see if there's anything else. No, I believe those are the ones that he truly does. Just going through it fast. Yeah. Okay. So those are basically the three things he seems to do. Going by the art style of his picture, he probably also has some Gravity Falls somewhere. But
Probably.
what he does, and he has those semi-connected stories going on. Like, I want to go with the example of my favorite, which would be the he gave it a tag. Where's the damn tag? A hashtag. I mean, Witches Among Humans is the hashtag he gave it, which is like an ongoing series where he utilizes the alternative designs of the Owl House characters from that didn't get used. They got leaked a while ago, like the original designs, and this was original Amity, and with the beanie was original loose design.
Looked more like the stuff the creator wore back when she was a kid.
Even though I have the
They're
feeling
yeah.
it's but yeah, so okay, I'm now looking for the ones that I'm missing because I have the so yeah. But what he does is he has those individual strips who basically take place in his relevant universe. For example, in his Star universe version, he has established certain ships, or is focusing on certain ships that the canon dismissed. And he's evolving those characters more, and so within his comic strips, the stories are cohesive, the characters are cohesive, but they are still kind of disjointed. For example, there is no continuous narrative with direct follow-ups in, for example, this alternative universe Owl House, where Luz is a witch that got dropped in our world, so instead of a human who got dropped in the witch's world. And first of all, he is fantastic in emulating the art styles. That's
It's
the first
very
thing
good.
to say.
You would believe that
Definitely.
he's someone on the show just
Yeah.
being like, "Here's my AU."
Yeah. I mean, here's his picture. Just look at his picture. Even his picture is like, this is a character from Gravity Falls. This is an Alex Hirsch character right here. I don't care that this character is not canon. It's
By the way, I found a Gravity Falls comic. I put it in chat,
By
and
him?
I think you'd appreciate it.
or,
yeah.
oh, it's by Morningstar. Yeah, okay, wait.
Morning Mark, not Morning Star.
Yeah, Morning Mark. Open link. That's a. Oh, goddammit, it still asks me to do that. What do we have here? A lot of karaoke now. Wait, this is Gravity Falls?
That's Star Lord. Keep
I just
scrolling.
wanted to say, this is like, yeah. So,
No,
okay.
keep going.
Really quick. Give me the 80th crowd. Rock ballad. Don't start unbelieving. Awesome, get up. Stage for people to appreciate reality of the songs of the 80s only.
Oh yeah, then there's one thing I want to tell you, mister. Where have you been all my life?
OMG, let's sing a duet. Don't start
I believe it.
Oh,
Kill me. I can't. I left my dagger in the ship.
It is beautiful. It is
That is.
beautiful.
I love that. That's what I found when I typed in Gravity Falls in this thing. But yeah, he's a real. I know Tumblr is kind of a cesspit, but he's good.
Oh, wait,
he's a good one.
What do we have here? This is wait.
I know DeviantArts kind of a cesspit, but
Oh no!
I mean-
I actually was there. He discontinued uploading there. That's the thing. If you see here, it's actually
Haha!
already full. But his most recent upload here is from 2015. So he abandoned DeviantArt and went on to Tumblr. So I'm not sure if he has any other outlet as well, but he regularly updates on Tumblr. So if you still have a Tumblr, if you are a disappointed fan by Star Wars, or maybe a proper fan as well, if you are a lover of Owl House and or into alternate universes, give him a try. Check it
there's
out.
a little bit of everything.
Exactly. I love
Because he also
them.
does normal Owl House comics too. Like,
Yes,
it's
where
not
he's
just
not in
the AU.
But what was your favorite one you posted earlier?
I linked you it in our.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll re-grab it.
I can. It wasn't too long ago, so
It's this one. Here you go.
Oh, also the crossover between the two, where competent Luz calls out dumbass Luz. It's beautiful. But yeah,
With Ida radiating mom energy.
Yep.
It's
Somebody
right there.
even yeah. So
Who's at the door?
Basha is a dick on magical
Social media,
yeah.
magical Instagram.
Anyways, morning
Yeah,
mark,
you're going-
morning mark,
yeah.
absolutely fun, beautiful. The art is great and creates alternative universes that match, if not surpass, their original source material. Versus. Check him out. And
They also commit to Tom and Jana, which I'm fully in
Yes.
support of. Tom deserved better.
hashtag Tom deserves better. But yeah, Keyframe, you also had a media.
Yeah. So,
I hope I found the right one.
Yeah, it's the one I linked. So
Wait, you linked? Oh.
Yeah.
You gave me a name earlier. Oh, there's a link.
I
see a
I
link.
also linked it and an example of the podcast itself. So
Yeah.
I did the right thing. Yeah, so I'm going to be recommending a podcast called Simply Podlogical, which is the podcast of a YouTuber named Simply Nailogical and her boyfriend Ben. And I always have to put qualifiers with this because when I start to state it, people are like, this does not sound like something you would like, and it also doesn't sound like something I would like. Because you can tell by the name Simply Nailogical, she used to be a nail art channel, but then she just started doing other general content. But she also has like a nail polish brand. She does love doing nails and all that kind of stuff, and she actually is. I talked about her in passing before because she's also one of the most down-to-earth YouTubers I've ever seen. Because she still works a day job even though she's a super successful YouTuber with a successful nail polish brand. She works as like a data analyst for the Canadian government. That's her day job. She's a crime statistics analyst, to be specific. And so is her boyfriend in a different analytical thing. And I love her. Her name is Christine. She's such a great personality, and I actually am a very proud customer of her stuff.
Oh, I see.
Because if people have noticed why I take so many pictures of my hands, it's because I buy her stuff to keep me from biting my nails because I have a terrible nail biting problem out of anxiety. So I'm just like, if I buy a high quality product, I'm not going to feel stimulated to bite my nails. So it's good for the psychological. Also, it's pretty. They're little hand canvases. But no, I found out she had a podcast because at the end of 2019, she took a break off YouTube for like a few months because she was just so burnt out and tired, which I don't blame her because in 2019, she launched her brand. She had everything happen, and one of her best friends, Rob from Fredbanger, had a heart attack and almost died and was in a coma right before VidCon, and then she had to go to VidCon and sell because Holo Taco launched that same thing, and they had a table at VidCon selling it, so she had to be in front of everyone and selling things right after she was just in like wherever Rob and Corinne are, being in the hospital with Rob's wife Corinne and everything. She is a fucking hero, and I love her. She's also a power weightlifter. That's her hobby. She does weightlifting. She is everything I want to be.
A Canadian
She
data
doesn't-
analyst?
No, but everything else. She's smart. She's strong. She doesn't want kids. She's everything I am, except for the crime analyst part. But yeah, her and her boyfriend Ben, who's often in her videos, they started up a podcast after the thing, and they talk about like so many topics, like this particular one is her talking about her fitness journey and weightlifting, and the questions that she gets from the audience includes like, do you ever feel about getting too masculine? What do you think of standards for women working out versus men, and all that kind of stuff. But they've also done things like talking about how analytics work on YouTube, how the sociological thing of it, the responsibilities, the Wall Street bets and Bitcoin and stocks and everything. Like they have, and then sometimes funny things like what is Christine's least favorite things, or like they had one that was just controversial food opinions where people sent them in their food opinions and them being like, you're disgusting or I agree with you. Like they have a very wide variety of topics, and I actually really, and the two most fascinating ones to me besides the working out one, because that one just speaks to me, is the two that they do talking about running a business, running Hollow Taco, the business, which I would never think that I would be interested in, but hearing her actually talk about wanting to provide a quality product, even if that affects their profit margins and everything, is just, you respect her more because she does not cut on quality like a mass-produced brand. And also just all the things that go into it that you don't think about and that people are just not transparent about. And it's interesting. And I really recommend people actually watch the podcast, because they're very like calm, nuanced people, and there's such a variety of topics. I think everyone would have at least one podcast episode that they would be like, yeah, I'm into this. And you know, not every topic's going to appeal to everyone.
Fair.
But they have such a variety of it, and they have such like chill personalities. Like I listen to their podcasts when I'm like doing resistance training and stuff, because it's just like such a, I can listen to what they're doing and do something at the same time. And I really encourage people to watch it, especially since it really, I would say that listening to her and also watching her videos helped expand my repertoire of things I watch on YouTube. Because it's like, I don't think I would ever be someone that says I follow someone whose name is Simply Logical, the nail polish lady. But I genuinely think she's a great personality and a great person to have on YouTube, and her podcast and stuff is like, we need more smart people. We lost Jenna, at least let's keep Christine, please. So, yeah, I fully recommend them. And no, we are not starting a beef with Simply Podlogical. I like them too much.
But they're totally ripping us off.
But yeah, I fully recommend their stuff. I think a good entering thing may actually be the weightlifting one, or the one where they actually talk about the concept of self-care and self-care products and how companies capitalized on that during the pandemic. I think that's a really fascinating topic. It's actually it's one of their most recent ones that they did like last month.
Is self-care expensive?
Yeah, which is a very interesting topic. So I think that one's actually a good, like, clean palette one. And if you want a sillier one, their food opinions one is also really funny. Or Christine's least favorite things, because that gives you a taste of her personality.
The food opinion ones, I can hear all the pineapple pizza comments right now.
No, they did talk about that one. The one that I think is the most disgusting is Ben's controversial food opinion, in that he can eat whole tubs of hummus just every day. And that's disgusting.
That sounds fine to me. I mean, that's a lot of hummus, but hummus is delicious.
He apparently in college would eat a tub of hummus every day.
It's very healthy for you.
Everything in excess. I think eating a tub of hummus every day leads to something wrong.
I don't know. You know, I feel like I've heard
Christine
worse
also
things.
likes mint and peanut butter, which I think is wrong on a personal level, but you know.
That's an odd one, but you know, well, I like pineapple pizza, so I have no rights. So you know.
Yeah, but yeah, watch her, listen to her, and I really recommend it if you're looking for new podcasts. I know that you guys are totally listening to the AwKWARDCast every hour of every day, but if you need a cleanser, have another cast that has someone named Christine. Hers has no H in it.
But yeah, sounds good. One quick shout out I need to do after, because this Christine actually reminded me of it. Quick shout out to today's or this week's episode of the Trash Taste podcast. They had Ladybeard on it. And why this reminded me, because as you described Christine earlier, with running her podcast, having an independent nail label while having a very down-to-earth, relatively cool job. I mean, data analyst for the government has some kind of like CSI vibe
Crime
to it.
statistics analyst for the government.
Exactly. Ladybeard, I mean, you probably have seen images of Ladybeard. He is this he is a cross-dressing pro wrestler / Japanese idol. And he was on the show, and basically the entire show. First of all, this guy has an energy. It started, and I was like, hey, he seems chill. Maybe he's a potential guest for the AwKWARDCast. He has so much energy. Keyframe and I would not be able to handle him. I'm afraid we do not want to have him as a guest. He is too much. I mean, he's
Challenge
awesome.
accepted.
No! Watch this episode first before you say this. He would be too much for you, too. No, but too much in a good way to watch, as long as we are not the ones who have to keep him calm. But no, the entire podcast was basically him like, yeah, I lived in this and this and this country. Oh, by the way, I dubbed anime in Hong Kong. Oh, by the way, in the Philippines, I was in this and this movie. Oh, by the way, I can do those 15 martial arts. And the three boys sitting there like, how? We asked you earlier if there's anything else interesting in your life, and you said no, and now you're dropping this bomb on us. This guy has also... This guy is my age, and he has more life experience or more done in his life than my entire generation minus him. I don't know. This guy is scary and fascinating, and I can just recommend checking out this thing after obviously finishing the AwKWARDCast. But yeah, after that, fantastic. It's the opposite of the
listening
Planet
and listening to an episode of Simply Podlogical.
Exactly.
Like,
so first us as a warm up, then this episode of Trash Tate, and after that, Simply Podlogical is then the palette cleanser, the one where you get.
It's the nice, cool palette
Exactly.
cleanser. Real talk, I would love to get Christine on the podcast because she has a personality that I think would mesh well with me, and also she's so chill. But yes, also, don't you have shout-outs to do for the art of the week?
The art of the week, I guess I can shout this one out as well, if you insist. No, this beautiful piece of my persona it's basically black and white, but with a highlighted color, in this case blue,
it's
right?
Sin City'd.
Yeah,
it's Sin City'd.
It's Sin City'd, because at the end of the day, I'm still brown. My fur color is still brown. But no, this piece by Birchley is Keyframe's, this year is Keyframe's anniversary of when we got to know each other a few years ago, 2014, I believe it was.
7 years.
Yeah. And it a little bit belated, but here it is, and it looks pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
I really love how it came out.
Yeah.
It's pretty rad.
The story behind it was I gave him his Christmas present, which was drawn by Ambris, and he was like, "Oh, it's nice. You know what would have been cooler if you made me look like a cool blues brother."
Wow! Throw me under the bus, why don't you? In front of Ambris, but yeah, here it is, by the way.
I mean, he liked this. He liked this gift, but still, it was just like, you know what would be cooler if you made me like a cool blues brother thing, and it's like, mentally noted. The lesson here is don't tell Chrissy what you want or you'll get it. I'm not throwing you under the bus.
You
were already under it.
But you fired the engine back up. No, that is... Whoop.
But yes, now it's time for question time in the Q&A because I can feel my throat giving out on me.
I only have one, the usual one on Twitter, so after that it's all up to your own...
I think I saw a question here in the chat earlier.
Oh, here in the chat. That might be, but we lost track of it already, so Dear question asker, if you are still here, it's still enough time to go to my Discord, which is right here below the stream, as well as on YouTube later. But on YouTube it doesn't help. Go into the Discord, apply for a role, hope that you are quick, and then go to the #AwKWARDCast room to ask questions.
Or be nice to someone in the chat who is in the Discord and
Or
get
that.
them to ask the question.
Or that could work too, agreed. But yeah, I got my one from Twitter, as always, by our good old veteran of asking questions, Gerard. Time for a Nintendo would you rather question. Would you rather spend your summer in Hyrule or the Mushroom Kingdom? I have a very easy, clear answer for that, but what about you guys? Hyrule.
I gotta think about that one as someone who's played so much Legend of Zelda and so much Mario in their lives.
I've played a ton of both, but that's easy. I'm gonna go to Hyrule. First thing I'm gonna go is Zora Lake and ask out a Zora girl. That's all. That's it.
Oh shit!
That's my
Oh
summer.
yeah, I forgot all the Anthro characters because man, that fish boy.
Wait,
Everyone
But-
likes the fish
You mean
boy.
Breath of the Wild or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. I've been told that I was so late to the Breath of the Wild train, but I've been told that the prince from Breath of the Wild, the Zora prince, that
There's a
Tumblr
reason
was
there's
very
so-
thirsty for him when the game
There's a
came
reason
out.
Oh,
so
yeah.
many people ship Link in that game
Yep.
with that more than I've ever seen Link in Zelda art.
I'm
But-
so surprised that it really says something that like I mean you had Sidon and then you had what was her name, Mipha? No, not Mipha. Oh God, what was the Zora girl in the same game?
Oh, yeah,
What, the Stronk one?
no, the girl.
No,
the
no,
small-
the Zora girl, the small one, the little I don't know what her name was. Oh my gosh, she was in the past, one of the four major.
who actually,
whatever.
Yeah, who
Was it
actually had a crush on Link.
Yeah,
Oh,
like they actually
what was her
implied.
name, May or Rudo?
No,
There's a-
that's
there's a lot-
Ocarina of
Mipha?
Time. Mipha, I think it was Mipha. I can't remember. It's been a couple of years since I
Is it
played,
the
but
red
she was
one?
yeah,
Mipha.
basically Mipha.
Okay.
She like they I think it really says something that like they actually sort of low key the game actually implied that she liked Link or something like that.
low-key?
But
Low
Oh, okay, high
she
key,
explicitly
whatever.
was like, I love you, Link, have my powers, they may ever protect you. Oops, I'm dead.
She's a simp. She's a
She's a
simp.
She
simp.
was such
and
a
but
simp.
then but in spite of that, everybody shipped Link and Prince Sidon or Sidon or whatever.
Yeah.
To be fair, he is an absolute Chad, an absolute bro. You can't dislike him. So I see the appeal. Yeah. So that's but man, that just made me think. My first thought is just Zora. I like Zora girls in general, but then the freaking Breath of the Wild mentioned that, and like I have a huge crush on one of the bird girls. One of the what were they called? The Ritos? I think they were.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. The thing is, it's Teva's wife, so that's really
Oops.
awkward.
Oops.
Teva's wife I think her name was Saki or something like that. I think she is the prettiest Rito. So I was like, well, oh well. But anyways, my answer
Breath
is
of the
Hyrule.
Wild
100%.
does not have its limit on
Ooh.
pretty ladies because you
Yeah.
have her, you have Pyrrha, you have Urbosa. I want Urbosa to train me.
Oh my,
Uh,
I was just one row about the more kinky chipping art. Whew,
Yeah,
I
please
cut it
don't.
close.
God,
Breath
I
of the
found a-
Wild.
I
Breath of the-
found a yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. That's right. Just Breath of the Wild was when Nintendo suddenly decided, let's make people thirsty on purpose instead of on
Horny
accident.
on main. No, if they wanted people to be horny on main, they would just make a new Metroid game.
Yeah.
Ah!
I
Or they
would.
would make a new Star Fox that actually has Crystal in it.
Oh
and
my
it's be a
God.
good
Don't-
game.
Don't
but-
get me started on Star Fox.
No,
Star Fox.
let's not get started. I want to go to bed soon. But no, so I'm guessing. Okay, you're going into the Legend of Zelda
Hyrule.
land. What about you, Max?
What about you?
Hyrule.
Oh wait, he actually. That's the thing. I would also go Hyrule, because I don't know. I'm not really turned on by the Mushroom Kingdom. I mean, there's not much going on. I mean, we have Princess Peach, okay, but then again, from the Zelda is cooler than Peach, so fuck that
That's true.
shit. And besides that, you have those toads running around like, hey, wow.
Then you got the little shiitake mushrooms trying to attack you. Like, there's not a lot of.
yeah.
I mean, you
I
get to
mean-
ride a dinosaur, which I guess is kind of cool.
I mean, the only thing that could me spend my summer rather in the Mushroom Kingdom than Hyrule, but this is really like only to be like, Ambris already called dips on all the chicks in Hyrule, so I guess
All of them. I can do that. I guess I can just call them.
I will be willing to compromise if Bowser puts his little crown on, if you get what
Oh, God. I mean, the best part about that crown is that if you have it, if you get tired of Bowser, you just need to go to King Boo and put it on, and then you get Boo-et. And then if you want to be risky, go find a Chain Chomp and be like, here you go.
Oh, Chompy. What is this? Adventures of Bowsette or whatever this ongoing webcomic is called.
Yeah, I just
Chompy in that one is. I actually talked about it on Awkward, didn't I? And
Yeah,
Chompy in
but
that one is
no.
just like, she's maybe the deadliest of them all, but must protect.
She is a must protect kind of girl. But here's the thing. I'm conflicted because I love the world of Legend of Zelda. Honestly, I wouldn't go into the Breath of the Wild Legend of Zelda. I would go into I'd probably go into Link to the Past. Because that's one of my favorites. Or I would go into the Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask universe, because those are the same timeline. Just not when the moon is about to crash into the world. No, fuck that. I would go with the best land is Wind Waker, because Wind Waker is just all water, and I love that. But I'm gonna be the contrarian and go with the Mario Kingdom, because
Bowsette.
no.
Oh.
I
Don't
mean,
project
yes,
now, Max.
but
Don't
no.
project.
I mean, look, I bet that would look really hot, but that's besides the point. Peach canonically has a plane. I could go anywhere I want at that point. I could go to the Isle Delfino, which just looks like the best vacation ever, or I can go full Super Mario Odyssey and go to the city and see Paulina. And Paulina is a bam. She's a self-made woman. I love Paulina so much.
Valid.
Valid.
Totally valid.
I mean, who needs Princess Peach when in the same franchise you have Daisy, who looks great in a pair of tennis shorts, Paulina, and Space Girl, Super Mario Galaxy Girl,
Rosalina,
Yeah.
Rosalina,
who
hell
is
yeah.
the best fight me, don't at me.
Also, I mean, we could fight you in Smash Brothers, but
Hey.
also the Mario Kingdom just has more fun things to do. I could go to a party. I could race go-karts. I could do tennis. If I was really, if I lived in the universe when that new Mario golf game comes out, where you're fucking racing to hit the golf ball, like golf with your friends, like that would be awesome. So I'm gonna pick the Mushroom Kingdom as a vacation spot because there's a lot to do.
That's
I
the
feel
thing
like I have more likely of a chance to get killed in Hyrule.
I was considering that myself. That in Mario Kingdom, it's trippier, but it's also safer. I mean, Bowser kidnaps Peach every once in a while, but it's just some weird RP thing that he and Mario and Peach have going on.
You know, it's like Wreck-It Ralph rules. It's his on-hour thing. Also, what would happen if I put on the crown? I'm already a somewhat attractive female. Would I just become so gorgeous that people's eyes melt? Could I weaponize me?
I mean, has this question
Peach
been...
just put
Pretty much. I mean, like the only instance we have, we have all this fan art of various Mario entities putting on the Peachette crown, but the only canonical. You have the original Toadette, who is a girl. Toadette who puts it on. So that's kind of your only frame of reference for what it will make you look more like Peach. Is probably just the general idea.
Ew! I don't want to look. I mean, unless you go with like Bowser looking Peach, where I get like fiery red hair and everything, then sure.
Yeah, I think that's just Bowser's influence. Bowser, it looks more like Peach. So I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, so that was that question. Let's blast through these. So Eddie More Denim asks, some devs love putting in ridiculous commands in their game. What is your favorite technically unnecessary command in a game? If you have trouble thinking of one, you can go for an Easter egg too. I have a whole Twitter account that's about that. It's can you pet this dog? And I'm just gonna pick every game where you can pet a dog, and that's like an active command. It doesn't further the plot, but goddamn if it doesn't make me happy.
I honestly can't say anything else but agree with that 100%. That I can't add anything else. That anytime you can pet the dog, it's an improvement.
What about yours?
That's hard competition to fight with. Favorite nonsense thing to do in a video game. I'm trying to remember. There were. I'm trying to. I remember that there was definitely a game where there was a command where I'm like, why? Even it was just a noise thing, I believe. But I can't remember.
Was it one where a character just farts? Like what?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I can distract you by this image, which relates more to the previous question.
I love that picture. I remember that.
Jolly
Jack.
Jolly Jack.
I'm still really proud of my Kirby, Kirby Crown one that I did, that where he turned into Android 21. But I'm very proud of that.
Is really cute. The thing is, I would make an alternate where you start to put the crown on Kirby, and I would slap it away because Kirby is precious and Kirby does not get sinned. I protect Kirby with my heart and soul, and then I'll kill everyone here and then myself.
Kirby doesn't need protection.
Max still has never played a Kirby game.
You should play a Kirby game. They're good.
That is true.
They are good.
What are you, some kind of casual? Play Kirby.
Kirby is the only one who survived the light. But yeah, have you picked one yet?
No, I literally can't remember one, which is why I distracted you with this image.
Should we move on?
Maybe.
Is there no Easter egg in a game that you enjoy?
It's so hard to just come up with one out of the top of my head.
It's a good question, but I am so bad at it. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
you could just agree with us that petting a dog is a great command.
Petting a dog is always valid.
True. That is true.
It makes every game better.
I do like the It's not a command because they did put mechanics in it, but I do love the entire side plot of getting impregnated with an alien in The Sims. That's great. Or the glitch of making a ghost baby. That's also good. But yeah, okay. So the next one is, let's see. Okay, here's one from Horny for McDuck.
Good to know.
Are you okay?
We have to blame Glitchy Bits for that one.
I know. Our lovely Tia has become a sim for Scrooge McDuck now.
Yeah.
I've been seeing the art and some.
And
to each their own. To each their own.
The thing is that the way that you know that Tia starts to simp for a character is that she puts him in one of those sleeveless turtlenecks because she has a thing
I've
for
seen
the
that.
goddamn Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb, which, don't ask, I don't know. But okay, so Horny for McDuck asks, yeah, you know what? It's David Tennant. We can at least say that's a reason. Hell,
Valid.
I'm stuck listening to Dovahkiin song covers. Anyways, what's the most epic original song for a video game by you? Okay, so what is an epic video game?
Okay,
I guess soundtrack song.
Before anybody else can say it, so I still
Skyrim.
Can't go wrong with that. But...
Megalovania.
No.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
Megalovania is good.
Yeah.
Legit, that is great. Especially that song gets better with every rock cover that you hear of it. Okay, I changed my mind. I don't want Skyrim because I've only played Skyrim a handful of times. Honestly, the only reason that song is so stuck in my head all the time is because an animator I really liked made a whole song with that as the backing track, just to talk about how hyped he was for Skyrim Elder Scrolls when it was coming out.
Oh, wait. I believe I know which one you mean.
Holy shit! What is this? Forged by God's very flame.
What's his name? The animator.
Harry Partridge.
Yeah,
I love him.
Harry Partridge.
He's a great dude. He's a great dude. Our friend Leo knows him, actually. He's a patron of his. God, Megalovania is really good. You know what? I would say a lot of battle music in Pokemon is really pumps me up. Especially in the original games. Like, I'm a sucker for 8-bit, 16-bit music. I love chiptunes. And, you know, da, 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 da. Like, you know what? I want to kill these animals. You know, it was hard to convince me, but now I want to shoot them with electricity or copious amounts of water.
Oh, or another one which might have actually inspired Odie's question in the first place. So we had a little bit of an audio party in the music launch in my Discord this week, where a lot of people just came in, by the way, while Tia was drawing her Scrooge thirst art. And I threw in the title theme song from Fractured But Whole. I mean, was it last week or the week before? When I talked about how legit epic the music sounds in this game, this parody game, and I put it in the playlist, and it played at some point, and Odie just in the comments, "This is from a parody game."
Can I step away for a second so I can grab a cough drop?
Sounds good. And I guess I pick another question quickly, on which we can then.
I didn't answer.
He didn't answer. That's why I said if I could step away for a second.
I just know how I know how it is.
Shame.
Max doesn't. You know, Max doesn't love me. He doesn't know I exist.
No.
I see how it is. I'll just
Ambris, no, I love you. Stay with me. You are my little pork chop.
God, you killed me with that. Oh no.
Well, he did.
Oh God, that was perfect comedic timing. Oh my God. Okay.
Epic music, epic video game music.
To be honest, I'm sitting here thinking like, oh man, there's probably a lot that I'm struggling to figure out. Jesus Christ, the final boss music to Final Fantasy VI, Dancing Mad, is pretty just like on a whole new level. I'm a big fan of the final boss music to Mega Man X-Zero 3, which is very specific, but anyone who's played the Mega Man X-Zero series probably knows what I'm talking about. Not 3, but 4, sorry. But 3 is really good too. In general, the final boss music in that game, in that series, is fantastic. Then I'm going to mention a game that no one's played called Other Side. I can't remember if I used that as a media for one time doing this, but it's a tactical RPG with just a badass goth metal soundtrack, and the final boss out of that one is transcendently badass. No one here probably knows it. It's a weird small indie game, but I love it. Those are several that freaking come to mind. Those are the first. Yeah, those are the ones that come to mind. There's probably more that I will probably literally, an hour after this, I will think of a game and go, oh, I should have thought of that one. So, I'm going to leave it at that.
Fair.
Okay. I think we can do the FMK because
energy.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a pretty long stream yesterday for your exhausting
8.5 hours, baby.
Yeah.
I just had to take cough syrup and stuff because I was feeling it like right here.
Let's bring it home. Let's bring it home strong.
Okay, magic.
At least you didn't hear the PogChamp comment. You might have died. Your throat might have died.
I would have thought someone else would have done the FMK by now, but oh well. I was gonna do bimbos this week, but since Key did so well on her charity stream today, this is all about her.
Aww.
Aww.
Fuck, marry, kill, Keyframe edition. That just sounds like you're going to ask OCs of mine, which that would not be a bad FMK, but still. Shaggy Rogers from Shaggy Rogers from Scooby-Doo, Lupin the Third from Lupin the series, and Harvey, the one who looks like Max from Stardew Valley. I would have included a female, but that big list Key did on Twitter was pretty buried. Sorry, Max and Ambris. Don't be sorry. I always have to go gay with some of these questions. Now they have to.
I mean, I've only been on, out of all the times we've been here, there's only been once where it's been girls. Every other time I've been here, it's been guys.
Actually, I believe you. I remember you actually commenting on that,
Requesting
and then Enigma actually gave you a all ladies
Uh-huh.
round. Oh no,
Yeah,
but
all
Exactly.
lady rats, I think.
yeah.
So this is just a return to form
Oh
for me.
no. Okay, we need to
I mean,
keep
good for you. I've had to go gay for many of these.
True. But yeah,
You know
I
how
guess.
hard it is to believe for people to believe that I'm straight? It's almost like I constantly say I want girls to crush me. But that doesn't mean I'm gay.
That's just, that's just a universal feeling. Everyone wants girls to crush them.
Exactly.
But yeah, all you FMK
Wait,
askers out there, remember for next time, Ambris needs the ladies.
Yeah. But okay, I guess it's only fitting that with this one I have to be the last.
Okay,
Okay.
makes
So-
sense. So,
I these are all my favorite things. So no matter what, I do win.
true. But by murdering Harvey.
But Max still gets the
Second.
responsibility of trying to make it as
Yes.
not fun as possible.
Exactly. So Ambris, fuck,
Okay,
marry,
I'm-
kill.
The truth is, I'm not terribly familiar with most of these characters.
Okay,
I mean, I know them.
Put
I
up
know them.
pictures.
But I mean, I know of them, but I've never seen a Lupin movie. I I barely interacted with Harvey in Stardew Valley. I know Scooby. I know Shaggy. That's about it.
Everyone knows
know,
Shaggy. Like
everyone knows Shaggy. Where have you been if you don't know who Shaggy is? So
I mean, Shaggy only uses 10% of his power, and then he blows up the world. Like everyone knows Shaggy.
So I think I'm going to have to marry Shaggy because he's overall a good boy. And he's got a dog. So that like
A
what else could
talking
you?
dog.
Exactly. So I would have to marry Shaggy. Like that's a given. I think I would have to kill Harvey because he's got a pedo stash, and that just makes me not trust him. And then just gonna I don't care for Harvey. He always weirded me out. And then just I'd have to
I
feel
wanted
fuck
to
Lupin.
kill Harvey.
You want to
Then
kill
I'll have-
Harvey for other reasons.
Then I have to fuck Lupin just by default. But he looks like he has a good time, so I can't
I mean,
he might surprise me.
He is a world-renowned thief with many lovers, so he knows something.
He sounds
Yeah.
like the logical, the logical
Fucking
pick for a
option.
fuck, yeah.
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 So
Which
Alright.
is
there's more.
great because I cannot fuck Lupin and I cannot kill Harvey. What am I even doing here? Okay,
well,
I guess
You can't
Kinda make
just
this
agree.
since-
You can't just
no,
agree.
No, we by now we
You
have
guys
it.
can't go Office Space on Harvey
Exactly.
together. Like Jesus Christ.
Okay, so since I already cannot pick what I would like to pick because Ambris gave all the right answers, so I have to give wrong answers anyway, so I could actually try to make it as bad as possible for Keyframe.
I encourage it.
The thing is, she needs to murder one of her husbandos anyway. But she
Yeah.
also gets to fucking marry one of them. I don't think there is one constellation which really would ruffle your feathers more than others. She looks like she
Which
actually
one
has
do you
one.
think would be the most painful kill? Is the question.
That is the question.
I mean, I know what would be the most painful kill, but I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, okay, so I will make my choice and see if I guessed right by fucking Shaggy. I got it! Yes!
Okay, well now you have to explain
Oh.
why you want to fuck the hippie.
I mean, dude. First of all, hippie, free love. It's pretty obvious that he would be open for it. Then, as you pointed out before, he is an athlete. He's an he doesn't show it usually, but he's canonically super.
Canonically, he's an Olympian.
Exactly. So he has some moves. He's a powerhouse. So that if I only get to do a fuck, then make it count, baby. So this then means that I am. Which direction? I rotated it this way.
The other thing is, he's also a furry because he had a whole movie where he became a werewolf.
Oh yeah,
so you
actually,
get to fuck a furry.
Hard to argue with that.
Better, even better. I mean, so see, this is actually the logical choice at the end of the day.
Fuck! Why am I giving you more reasons to be happy about this?
Then I am going to. Oh no! I mean, I had to. But yeah, I'm going to kill Lupin because I mean, it's like. It's marking my territory. It's like I'm showing Zenigata like how it's done. Like Lauren with her foolish himbo who can't do the one job he's paid to do, and I just come in and kill him. It's nothing.
Himbo.
It's nothing.
You hurt me and Lauren at the same time?
That's what I say. That's my new band name, Foolish Himbo. I'm gonna.
Foolish himbos. I like that.
That's my new band name.
But yeah, it's like it's nothing against Lupin personally. He's a fun guy and everything, but it's like proving my superiority, and he is the most capable on the list, I guess. I mean, Shaggy is just strong, so Lupin is objectively the most capable, and by killing him, I prove superiority. That's it. And then I am. Going to marry Harry.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said I am going to.
I'm sorry, can you say it louder for the people in the back?
I'm going to marry Harvey because he is
No,
such a.
no, I'm sorry,
great...
what was that? Howie?
Yes, I'm going to marry Howie, the doctor from Stardew
No,
Valley.
that's Howie.
Why do you sound like
I
the
think,
priest from Princess Bride?
Yeah, so I think you needed to say it a little bit clearer. I'm getting a little bit of feedback in my ears.
I literally don't know if I mispronounce it or if you just want to talk.
Harvey.
Harvey.
Yeah, you were saying Howie.
No, Howie. I probably mumbled it, but Harvey. So yeah, Harvey, the doctor from Stardew Valley, because who wouldn't like this whiny dreamer who sits at his radio and talks to planes passing by, because that's the extent of fantasy and vision he has, and he likes coffee and I like coffee, so I want to spend the rest of my life with Harvey. Yeah.
Okay, you are totally ruining Harvey's character. He wanted to be a pilot, but he had a fear of heights. But then when you fully romance him, he goes up into a hot air balloon with you, conquering his fears because he loves you. How is that not lovely?
Aww.
Yeah, see?
I mean, the guy.
I would never learn that because I killed him.
You killed him? Oh, you killed, like, in the FMK you killed him. I was like, how do you kill a character in this game?
What mod is that?
I love how caught off guard.
But, like, also, it feeds your narcissism since he looks like you. Anyways, he does.
Well, do your thing, why don't you?
Okay, so what does this leave me? So, okay. Ambris fucked Lupin. You kill. I get to marry Lupin?
I couldn't.
I mean, that is a very open marriage, first of all. Like, but I'm down with that. I'm a very loose committal person, so that's just down. Plus, I get to go on fun heists. I get to hear funky music wherever I go. Also, I know when he comes home because all I hear in the distance is Lupin the Third, and then he drives home and he's like, "Hey, honey." But okay, that's perfectly fine. Also, that means I own a Fiat, which I get to own one of the worst cars in existence.
I can confirm, my sister had one back in the day. Oh boy, was that car painful.
But hey, Lupin's Fiat must be reinforced with steel because that thing survives so much. And that means I have to fuck Harvey. Okay, I'm down. I mean, in Stardew, if you have a kid, that implies that fucking occurred. But, I mean,
No, it's just
he
a
seems
story.
like a very soft lover. Like, you're gonna be giving more than he will give.
Yeah,
But that's fine.
I mean, either he's 100% missionary, or he is just passively lying there while the cowgirl does all the work.
But I feel like, no, I feel like he's a doctor. He knows the body. I feel like he would be very take your time intimate, which that's cool. That's always nice for a fuck. Especially if it's just a one-night stand fuck. It's like, make that night matter. I don't want to do this last part.
You have to.
Okay,
We know what it is.
I guess
We
I'm
know
gonna
what it
move Fergie.
I already pulled this line. You have to, this joke. You have to do it properly now.
You know what? That's fine. That's fine. I'm just gonna have to call Fergie.
I mean, I believe you have the appropriate camera mod for this situation, don't you?
Oh wait, yeah, I do. I'm gonna have to kill Shaggy. I'm sorry, Shaggy. I'm sorry. How would I kill him? The dude's a werewolf Olympian who also can beat up an entire bar of bikers.
Probably
So
has an indestructible stomach, so poison is out of the...
Also, there was a movie where he got stuck in jail and he was able to shake the bars down. Like, the same reasons he's sexy is also the same reasons he should be feared.
I mean, he's got to have a kryptonite.
I'll poison his food.
Yeah, but his stomach will probably be completely indestructible.
Yeah, that's true. Damn it. Okay, I'll wait till he's asleep in the mystery machine, and I'll just push it into the ocean.
That should work.
And just make sure the doors are locked.
No, the important part is he needs to be stoned out of his mind. So.
There's a great quote from Harvey Birdman where they find out that they don't smoke weed. It's like, wait, they're not high? No, sir, they're just very stupid. And it's great because they got the original cast back for that entire episode.
That's
so it's
amazing.
Frank Welker just saying, nope, just really stupid. Watch Harvey Birdman if you haven't. That is a lovely show. But you know what? Okay, I know the way to kill him. Okay?
Oh.
Okay?
Yes.
I will cover him in Scooby snack batter and starve Scooby.
No.
And then Scooby's hungry. And he'll just think it's a giant Scooby snack.
Oh no.
Don't turn this into a vor thing, please.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Eating your best friend.
Oh no. Well, that's one way to go.
A dinner and a show, what a way to go.
Kinda awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random grabs. Time for awkward guests. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guests. Artwork and analysis which you do not